Hi, my name is Alyssa and I'm Brightly's low waste lifestyle expert. If you're into sustainability, subscribe down below, become a change maker, but other than that, let's get started. Today, we are talking about these swaps that have saved me the most amount of waste. So whenever I do a trash audit, kind of look at what is producing the most amount of plastic waste, soft plastics, just little tiny pieces of waste, and I look at these swaps are what have saved my trash can the most. So doesn't need a lot of explaining, let's just get into it. One is going to the farmer's market. I would say by a long shot, most of the plastic produced in my daily routine was from the kitchen. So it was from food, and I would say that's actually still true. I mean, I still consume plastic in day-to-day life. A lot of food is just packaged that way. A lot of snacks are packaged that way, and I eat food. So it's kind of inevitable for me. But I have so greatly reduced how much plastic packaging is in my kitchen by going to the farmer's market. What I like about going there is a lot of times they don't take the time or really want to have the money to get packaging and package it up in plastic for you. A lot of times you pay by the pound or by the item, and I can just bring my produce bags, bring my reusable bags, and be good to go. Like for example, the farmer's market is literally the only place I can get strawberries in those little carton containers and the little cardboard things rather than those plastic clam shell containers. I literally have no option for like most package-free fruit at my grocer for some reason. So going to the farmer's market is a great thing for me, and I really wish the one around me was all year round, but it is outside, so it's just in the early spring and summertime. So I can sadly not make this swap all the time, but I do it for as long as I can. And to go along with that, hacks for storing food in a way that make it last. I mean, a lot of times before I started composting, I was throwing away a lot of food waste in terms of it was just going bad in my fridge. It was getting to the pushed to the back and I wasn't getting to it in time. So the two things that help me the most is that storing fruit in enclosed containers instead of those open airy containers they give you in makes it last for so much longer. And the second one is storing most of my greens and my vegetables in water. Keeps it nice and crisp, keeps its color, stays fresh for longer. And on top of all that, if you don't have an Eat Me First box, you definitely should try it. Mine is a drawer. It's basically just a designated spot in your fridge of this has been in my fridge for a while and I need to eat it soon. It helps you base your meal prepping and your cooking around those items rather than the items that are like fresh, just got into your fridge that you have some time to eat. Number 3 is my makeup eraser. So like I always say, it is just stained. I promise you it's not dirty. It's just how it is. I've had this since 7th grade. I got it at Sam's in 7th grade, Sam's Club. So it was like a gimmicky thing there, and my mom got it for me so that she didn't have to buy me makeup wipes. And I am now 21 and I am still going strong with this thing. The amount of makeup wipes I have avoided using this has been insane. And the amount of makeup removers I have avoided too. I don't ever have to buy a separate makeup remover because this just needs water. I will always rave about the makeup eraser, okay? It is like my thing. It is one of my favorite swaps because genuinely the amount of money it has saved me is so unreal. Number 4 is the last tissue. I don't know why, but I blow my nose a lot. Like every time I get out of the shower, I blow my nose. I don't know why. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I do. So I blow my nose fairly often. Keep everything clean up there. The last tissue has saved me a lot of waste, but this is actually new to me. So this is if you want to buy a designated thing for blowing your nose, and I like these because I get to use them like disposables. So I just use it once and I can wash it. So I don't have to keep using the same one like a handkerchief. But actually before I even had the last tissue years before that, I was just using cut up cotton t-shirts. So really soft t-shirts I cut up. It was great on my nose. The last tissue is too. It's pretty soft around this area, which is what always gets dry for me when I'm sick. But it's great around your nose. It's soft. They're easy. Again, I had so many in this little jar that I just used them like disposable tissues too. And it's such a little thing, but whenever I'm sick, I go through them. Like I go through tissues like crazy when I'm sick. So these are actually very waste saving for me personally, because when I'm sick, I'm like a baby. Like I am just like blowing my nose constantly. Like I want it out, I want it gone. Number 5 is refillable cleaners. So I use these from 2 different brands actually, and then I DIY some myself. But one of my go-tos is my one from Clean Coal. And I actually did a whole review on Clean Coal on this channel, so I will link that down below for you to check out. But I like these because I clean my home a lot, and I run out of cleaner fairly often. I mean, I'm definitely somebody who likes cleaner. I'm no like wet rag person. I'd rather spray something and then wipe it with the damp rag. I don't do rag only very often. I'm just a girl who likes using home cleaners a lot. And those big plastic bottles that most of my old home cleaners came in, I would go through fairly quickly. And I always wish there was refill options. So that's what I like about Clean Coal, is that they send you a carton refill, and then you can actually even send that carton back to them, and they will recycle that for you to create into another carton that they use. And even the cap itself is like a plant-based cap. So it's not even like a virgin plastic. So I highly recommend the Clean Coal. There are other ones I do too. So maybe if you want some kind of like home cleaning video, let me know, like things I use to clean my home. I don't know if that would be interesting to you or not, but if it would be, let me know. And in terms of kitchen, I have beeswax wraps. Now I actually thought about saying something like a stasher bag, like the reusable silicone baggies, but the reason why I actually chose the beeswax wraps over that is because I feel like they're more versatile. So yeah, I use my stasher pretty often. It's usually holding something, but it's really not, I think, my number one in comparison to beeswax wraps. Just because I use them to cover jars with no lids, containers, leftovers, cut foods, whole foods. I also can fold them in certain ways to make them work just like a reusable baggie. I just think they're more versatile. So they have replaced baggies for me. They have replaced cling wrap. They have replaced Tupperware, so I don't feel like I need to buy more Tupperware when I lose the lid. I can just use a beeswax wrap over it. It has just saved me so much waste. I really love them. And if you're curious more about beeswax wraps, we just made a video talking all about them that I will link down below. And also in that video, we sneak peek a Brightly shop spoiler that will launch on August 2nd. So these are Brightly exclusive beeswax wraps prints. So if you're interested in seeing that video, again, I will link it in the description. And last but not least is my leaf shave razor. I'm not gonna talk too extensively because, like a lot of things in this video, I've done a whole video about it, so I will link that down below. But it's a stainless steel kind of safety razor. I mean, it's not a safety razor. It has a pivoting head. It's really great, really comfortable, but it's like a safety razor in terms that it uses loose blades. Now I know that's not for everybody, but it is something that works for me. It's got a great shave. It's really high quality. It's heavy duty, but it has saved me so much waste because I used to be very picky about my razors. So the second they started getting dull, I mean, I was like gone. Like I did not like keeping them around if they were even the slightest bit dull, and I'm still that way. But now at least I know when I get rid of my razor blades, they go into a little tin that I will eventually recycle them all. But I'm no longer buying those big bulky cartridges, because when you look at those cartridges and you break them down, what's really doing the shaving? It's not the big piece of plastic around it, it's the little blades in it. So that's why I choose the leaf shave. It saves me a lot of waste. But that is all I have for this video. I hope this video inspired you. Maybe you learned something new, learned about a swap you've never heard of before. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.